Hi, it's Kevin Sheedy. Welcome to Falcon Blues TV.
Hello, welcome to Falcon Blues TV on Mizzy Night. We've come to Falcon to stay safe and to keep away from all the little shits.
That's right, we've come out on page night, so delicious lager, eh Dave?
Yeah, delicious lager, mate. It's brought to you by
Fan Ales.
Fan Ales.
UK.
Fanales.co.uk. You can get them in the Falcon. There's our plug for you, Adam.
That's it.
But we're here to just talk about the
Man United results.
Man United results. Everton,
Not a result.
Everton 1, Man U 2. Mixed bag, really, Paul.
Yeah.
I look at positives rather than trying to take all the negatives out of it and looking on social media and everyone just going all cop-eyed on us.
I was about to say that it is becoming cop-out levels of fume, isn't it?
There's a lot of almost people wanting to put in petitions and writing to the FA. The FA aren't going to read it. It's like Everton's social media. It's just some lad on an office junior. Yeah, you're on Twitter for the day. Don't deal with that. They're not going to read it.
They're not, and do you know what else as well? I'm going to add the echo into the level of fume, because I was reading it yesterday on the website and it said Everton dealt another blow as Martial won't be back. How's that us get a blow? I'm not asked. You know the way they say
it makes no difference to us.
Yeah, it makes no difference now, does it? It's gone.
Unless he's getting a retrospective ban and he's going to be missing every game against Everton for the next three seasons.
That'd be a bit fairer.
Yeah.
Look, we're not going to harp on about it too much. Was it a bad decision? Yes, it
Absolutely.
was, but it happens. Now, in fairness to the ref, and I'm not going to be very fair to him, but it was a tough one to call. You know, you've got to watch it back and then you see it that Garnagay gets the ball. But the position the ref was in, he had no way of seeing that, whether he won the ball or not. So if he can't see it, how can he give it? That was my argument.
I think he's seen it, and I think
the ball goes in a different direction now. For me, I'd be going, well, then he's won the ball. But if you look at it, I'm not just saying, because John Moss was the ref against Arsenal as well, I'm not saying that he's a bad referee for Everton, I'm just saying he's a bad referee in general.
Yeah.
Like, if Garnagay's done a foul there, and he's on a yellow, shouldn't you send him off? If Chris Smalling gives that pen away, shouldn't he get a red card?
He should definitely
get a second yellow.
The tackle was much worse. I mean, he took his legs completely out of Johnson.
Yeah, it was.
And it was just...
Do you know what? Bring Bobby Madley back. No, I'm serious now. There's been some untrue rumours been spread about Bobby Madley. It's disgusted me.
Mainly by Paul.
That's fake news, that. I just heard about it, but I believe that he's an innocent man, and none of it's true. However, sources tell me some things about Jonathan Moss. You know, let's just say that, you know, he likes cats. He likes to stroke cats. Now, he's probably stroked a cat in his life, but I wouldn't let him near my cat, that's all I'm going to say. Allegedly, that's what sources tell me.
Allegedly.
Pass it on.
Yeah, cutting this bit out. But yeah, rather than look at the negatives of it, Paul, it was a shite decision that pretty much ruined the game. And once we scored the penalty, it was the hope that kills you, because you knew full well we weren't coming back from that. Every time it happens, we weren't coming back from that penalty. We scored.
Bernard should have done better, but he also did very well to get in that position. But he square it back.
He should have done better. There's another chance where, but there's not just Bernard who's a bit guilty there. Walcott guilty of a couple as well, and you know he's also guilty of allowing the ball to be, you know, to dispossess and lose the ball, and the ball's gone the other end, and that's how they've scored from it. And I don't know, is it maybe a time to give Theo Walcott a bit of a break? Maybe just see how we go, just give him the break from Brighton at the weekend, and maybe give Lookman a throw in. Because Lookman came on and actually looked the part. Yeah. He looked confident, he looked hungry, and he looked willing to actually put a shift in for the change.
Yeah, and he created the goal against Palace as well.
Exactly.
I was defending Walcott, but what I've noticed now is, and as you see, Coleman's getting a bit of, I think, unfair criticism. Theo Walcott doesn't help him at all. He doesn't track back. When Richarlison plays on the left, he does. And I wouldn't expect that from someone like Richarlison, because you think he's just an attacking player. But he gets back and gets stuck in. Walcott doesn't.
I thought that Kenny was linking up better with Walcott than Coleman has in recent games, especially the Arsenal game. Like Walcott was carrying that injury for the better part of 60 odd minutes, and Kenny played really well. And maybe again is Coleman being brought back too soon from his injury. You know, he's been thrown straight in, especially not just the leg break, but also you know he's had a broken foot, which has kept him out for about 4 or 5 weeks. And Kenny's done nothing wrong in my eyes. I think John Joe Kenny was just starting to get into a bit of form and starting to play well and linking up well with Digne, with Zuma and Keane as that back four, and it was starting to gel a little bit. And
like
then all of a sudden Coleman's been thrown back in, and it's like, oh, okay, well, what about John Joe Kenny?
And it was sort of out of nowhere that he came back on the team, because there was no reports saying that he was back from injury or anything like that. And like our friend Groucho says, it's about building partnerships, isn't it? About these players playing together.
But if that partnership has been in place for the last 4 games and 2 out of those 3 games we haven't conceded, then maybe you've got to continue with that side.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said before, don't change your winning team. And you know, if I'm John Joe Kenny, I'd be a bit like, why have I been dropped? I haven't done nothing wrong. But I don't know. I mean, I don't think the stick Coleman's getting lately. May as well call him the new Tom Davies, because I don't think he's done that much wrong. He had a decent chance against United. Maybe if Coleman a few years ago probably would have buried that, but at the same time, you know, it's not the easiest chance to score that.
I've probably been a bit of a critic over the last couple of days of Coleman, and I've probably been over-critical when, you know, way up his injuries and everything else, which is fair enough. But then I don't think Coleman's actually, even before the leg break, he had a little bit of form then, but before that, prior to that, he was really poor.
It's a big injury to come back from, though.
I mean before the leg break as well. I didn't think he was playing as well as we know Seamus Coleman can be.
See, I remember him scoring the goal against Palace, and it wasn't long after that he got the injury. But who knows? I mean, on the other positive note, is once again we've created a lot of chances. Once again, we're not clinical enough. You know, are we missing that one striker up front?
Until we've got a dedicated striker.
Yeah, because there was a lot of chances that we created. There was a lot of other good. Walcott actually did put one good cross in, but there was no one really there to get on the end of it. No. And you can't miss chances like that at Old Trafford. You know, you're not going to get that many.
No, you got to take it.
Exactly, and I know everyone's criticising them, but they are still a top team. It's got a lot of top players.
And we normally go there and wilt.
That's it. I mean, the press love slagging them off lately, but at the end of the day, they finished second last season.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't Liverpool, it wasn't Spurs, it was United. And people seem to forget that a lot. But, I mean, we'll see how it pans out. No, they've not had the best start of the season, but, you know, look at Chelsea last season, they're flying this season. You know,
exactly.
But, anyway, we won't go on.
That's what I'm saying. It's like there's a lot of negatives to take about it, but you look at the positive of Everton there, and it was a performance similar to the first half at Arsenal. But for the full 90 minutes for the change, you know, we played well. We matched them.
Yeah, I thought especially in the second half we come into it, despite the second goal going in, which could kill the game off for us. Yeah. But look back at last season, what was it, 4-0?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's the difference again. I use that phrase, is night and day.
Yeah, at least we're not seeing Everton just bend over and go, yeah, go on, just stick a few more goals in, which was getting the frustrating thing last season. And I'm not. I look at those games like bonuses, you know what I mean? That's what I do. I look at games like United away and stuff like that, or got Chelsea away coming up. We've got another team coming up away as well in December, we won't get into them. But I look at games like that as a bonus. If we can get a point, great. Because really, are we expected to win away to these grounds?
When we haven't won in 20 odd years at an away ground like that, and then all of a sudden we're expected to win it, then no. I mean, maybe now we're expected to come away with something, and that's the...
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I did fancy us to get a result. Now when I say a result, I fancied us to get a draw. But that was mainly because of our record at Old Trafford. It's dog shit. You know, apart from the Oviedo result, apart from the Oviedo goal, that we haven't got much at Old Trafford. Sorry, I'm just advertising that again, because it's so delicious. But John Moss is actually reffing Chelsea away as well. Not this weekend, the following weekend.
Surely the club has got to try and step in. I'm not trying to be all jump down the FA's throat or anything like that.
I said that.
But surely there's got to be some question. If a similar scenario occurs, then there's got to be serious questions raised. But
yeah, and
you know, it's...
Put it this way, Dave. Do you know your job, like mine? Do you get a performance review every 6 months or a year? Do you think the refs get them? So if they do, they must get some sort of like...
Who's writing it for them?
Yeah, and I just think they're all in the club. They're like, well, it's a tough job, you know.
They're marking their own homework. That's what they'll be doing.
Yeah,
it's exactly what it is.
That's it. And I know we weren't going to harp on about it, but...
We just have, yeah.
I just don't like John Moss.
You have to, in the end, you have to harp on it at one point.
And look, people can say, well, he was out of position, he went in the best position for that goal. The guy's out of shape. Now, I'm saying that I'm out of shape, but I'm not a professional referee. I am a professional knobhead. And that does not mean, you know, but Yeah, I don't know, it just... Bring back Bobby, bring him back. Hashtag bring back Bobby.
It's just hard to take the whole thing again, isn't it? It's just...
I'm not too disheartened though. I've seen levels of fume online and I'm like, what's going on? We've just won 3 in a row. And like people are like, oh, get this one out of the team. And Gomez had a good game. I thought Gomez had a really good game. And then I've seen people online again coming back at the Blue Room and stuff saying like, I thought he was bang average. And I was like, what game are you watching then? He was the player there. He was making things happen, you know. And I do think we've got a player on our hands there.
Yeah, definitely. I think we'll have a fight to keep him as well.
It's a good thing you say that, because just only a few hours ago in work, sorry, shall I say, while I was on a break in work, I was reading that there's no initial clause to buy him. There's no deal in place to purchase him.
I think that was probably down to his injury then. They're probably saying, well, we don't want to be able to purchase him. I don't know.
If they could do a deal tomorrow to buy him permanently, I'd get him. Yeah.
That's it. And I think that would actually appease a lot of people, because it would mean Tom Davis isn't in the side.
Yeah. Everyone's kicking off over
But,
that. We like Davis, you know.
Yeah, Tom Davis fan club.
Well, we should be, you know, supporting our young players. It was like, have you heard about this Sims lad in the youth team?
Yeah.
Got 17 goals in 10 games, and someone had a really witty comeback on Twitter saying, someone said, should he be on the bench on Saturday? And then someone had a really good point, went, no, because he's not ready to get levels of fume that Tom Davis gets and Calvert-Lewin. And I went, funny that.
Yeah.
But he's got a point.
He's got a point.
He's got a point.
Yeah.
Yeah. While we're on the silly season, this is actually a pretty legitimate sounding rumour. Fraser Hornby is getting linked with a loan move to Rangers in January. I think that'll do well.
Yeah.
Yeah, go up to Scotland, score some goals.
I don't care about Rangers though.
No, neither do I.
I'd sooner him not playing the friggin'...
I'd rather he went on loan to Celtic.
Yeah.
We like Celtic.
Yeah, don't want to play for the FOD.
FOD, yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, that's about wraps it up, I think, because we've moaned enough over the last couple of days, Paul. But let's plug it. Let's do what we got. So, fanales.uk. I've got the Rotterdam 85. Paul, what have you got there? Same?
Rotterdam 85. But you can get Golden Vision, Dogs of War, and Rotterdam 85, obviously, which we've got.
It's a lager, an IPA, and a dark ales. So they're all £3.50 and they're available in the Falcon in Kirby. Yeah. And you can also get them at fanales.co.uk and also on their website on Facebook.
That's right. Yeah. And you can get it on Twitter, which is fans_ale_UK.
Yeah. So, yeah. And don't forget, tomorrow, if you can make it, the Halloween party in the Falcon tomorrow starts at 5:30.
Right there, yeah, 5:30. Yeah, just looked over your shoulder. Yeah. Supposed to, yeah.
And don't forget, on the 1st of November, on Thursday night, is Paulie's quiz.
That's right.
All football, nothing to do with Everton and Liverpool. It might be a couple of odd questions in there. Come down, have a couple of bevies, enjoy a good quiz. Buy some of these, yeah.
And if you're a Liverpool fan, you can buy a Liverpool one as well.
And £25
to the winning team.
Cash prize.
Yeah, to the winning team, £25. Predominantly a Premier League quiz, I'd say. There's a few questions about World Cups and Euros, but...
Have you got one about the Suez Canal?
Good on. Can't reveal nothing, yeah. Can't reveal nothing, yeah.
Right then, so like and subscribe to the channel. Keep subscribing on Twitter. Up the toffees, and we'll see you later on.
Colin Chong.
In a bit.